Hello, welcome to this visualization, Lakeside. Find your resting space and start to notice your breathing as the exhalation starts to lead you into the quietening. This slowing down, this allowing of the gentle breath to ease you in to a quiet rest. Until you feel ready to close your eyes and feel the ground beneath you. I want you to imagine that this day is very hot, and as you head for a walk, you immediately feel drawn to shade rather than the brightness of the sun. So as you search ahead and to the sides of you, you notice woodland. And you start to head to that woodland, which is a piney woodland. A collection of tall, thin, narrow trunks and the evergreen nature of the pine trees. As soon as you reach the trees, your hand touches the bark. And you feel the rough bark with your fingers as the tree holds you as you step through into this wood. The clean air, the clean scent of the pine trees cuts through the air, enabling your lungs to feel fresh and clearer. The ground is soft and springy underfoot, with layers of needles which have yielded over time to create this gentle ground. The light is dimmed through the lines of trees. Allow yourself to begin to relax your being in this shaded place with the wonderful scents, and your hands repeatedly touching the bark, occasionally touching sticky resin, which smells even more beautiful. Eventually, the trees begin to thin out. And as you continue to slowly walk forward, still the springy floor is ahead of you, a little further, until the light gets a little stronger again. A clearing. And then you start to notice the green grass and a huge patch of dandelions in all their glory. The long dandelion stems and fluffy circles expanding proudly, awaiting the next wind. Then you notice a lake beyond. The lake, the water is dark green. It almost feels a little brooding. And still there is some protection from the heat of the sun, from trees around the lake. Stripes of light travel through the trees and touch the water, illuminating the green colour. You walk to the edge of the lake where there is an old trunk, a fallen trunk, which you sit on. And you watch the scene ahead of you in fresh fascination. Almost blending in with your environment. No one would notice that you are there. A little movement catches your eye as you spot a small muntjac on the other side of the lake, taking sustenance in the water. The longed for cool drink. You look at the gentle fawn colours and the beauty of this creature. You hear the sound of crows, rooks, which startles the muntjac a little. And he heads back, away from the water's edge, disappearing silently. Groups of rabbits play happily around the lake. A heron moves through the sky, almost majestic as it moves through the air. Watching the lake to see if there are any offerings which might rise, but not this time. The blissful fish, unaware of their close call, as they rise to the surface of the water to catch their fodder just moments later. And as they surface, the ripples, the rings begin to trigger on the surface of the lake. Ripple after ripple, moment after moment. Interrelating rings which hypnotically expand out. Until stillness returns. An old faded rowing boat gently rocks at the water's edge, unfettered, ready for you to alight, to sit within and row around the lake to witness the shimmering fish under the surface of the water, the darting mirrored dragonflies, And as you gently course through the water, gaining your rhythm, a cuckoo calls in the distance, finding that nest. You decide to take a rest in the boat and lie down amongst the cushions and blankets. And you watch the azure sky as you rest in the boat. Allowing your breath to lead you into this gentle paradise of quietness. Any cares or worries subside. And in return for giving them up, for letting them go, a deep-seated joy, happiness, and serenity seems to develop within you effortlessly. The gentle rhythm of the boat on the surface of the water allows you to completely unwind. Resting. And as you rest, the sound of an old biplane in the distance brings your attention. And you open your eyes if they're closed and sit up. And as you sit up, you notice just to the side of the lake, a little family of stags, two young, the female and the male. The female stands with a watchful eye and soft brown eyes, acutely keeping watch. And the stag munches on the grass, and the young play. Before they spring quickly to their next destination. You gently row back to the edge of the lake. It doesn't take you long. And you leave the boat and head back onto the firm ground. You walk past the dandelions standing proud. Feel the softness of the carpet of needles that have yielded over time. And you head back through the wood, through the shade as your hands touch the trunks of the trees occasionally. And that strong piney scent, leaving you clear. The light shining through, bringing you back to the brightness of the sun. And now, just rest. Nothing to do. Just find your way home to the quietness, to the resting space, and the rhythm of your breathing. Bye for now.